What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a huge one for you guys because we are going to be unboxing and taking our first look at the Ares X1 from ACEDECK electric skateboards. Today we have the 4-wheel drive with the football pattern, which retails for $23.99. While we were in no way paid to make this video, ACEDECK did send us this board for free, so a huge thank you to them for that. Now just to jump straight into the unboxing for the ACEDECK, this package was super big and super heavy. It was honestly kind of a pain to get this board out of the box, that's how heavy it was. The packaging on the board is very nice, as you'd expect with a premium branded electric skateboard, so I was really pleased to see the extra mile they've gone for that. ACEDECK does have a policy that if their seal is broken, you can't return the board, which is something I haven't seen before. When opening up the main box to the electric skateboard, the first thing on top will be this diagram of the Ares X1 electric skateboard. It feels like it's made out of the same material as a mouse pad and features all of the core components of the board, which I think looks super cool. The whole board is under the first layer of foam and is wrapped up in this ginormous plastic bag. It's heavy and awkward to take out just because the board is so big, so we had to have 2 people in order to move the board out of the packaging. We will get back to the board in a little bit, but for now let's dive into all of the accessories that come with the X1. The first thing on top is a thick black envelope containing a couple important pieces of paperwork. First, there's just a card asking for any feedbacks or thoughts on the board. The next thing is a quick start guide so you can get the board up and running as quickly as possible. And then the third thing is a formal introduction and guide to the board. ACEDECK also included these 2 Allen key tools, which can be used to perform routine maintenance on your board as it ages. Another nice inclusion to the accessories kit were these 4 spare belts, which work with the AT version of the board. They're 390mm HTD5 belts, which are the exact ones that come stock on the board. Normally when you place an order, you won't get all 3 plugs, but in our case they sent us an Australian, a European, and a US power adapter for the charger. When you order your X1, it'll only come with the one in the region that you're shipping to. The remote charger that they're using is a USB-C, which is super nice to see, and that also came included. There are also a few other important accessories which are hidden under the foam cutouts. The first is the charger for the board, which is a lot bigger than the other chargers that I'm used to seeing on these pre-built boards. That is most likely because this board is using a 14S battery, which isn't very common in eSkate. The charger charges at 3 amps, which is pretty standard for a pre-built eSkate, but very slow for a battery of this size. The board also comes with your standard T-tool, which is always nice to see. The final accessory is the remote controller, which is a standard remote controller that you'll see with a lot of the Hobbywing ESC boards. I was a little bit surprised to see this remote controller as it's used on so many other brands, and they'd gone custom in so many other aspects. I expected them to have their own remote, but I still do really love this remote, so I'm not too bummed about it. Now jumping back to the board, I'm just going to go over all of the components used on the ACEDECK X1 4-wheel drive version of this board. First off, I just want to say that my initial impression right out of the box was that this board was absolutely incredible. Insanely high quality, everything from the carbon fiber deck to the custom CNC trucks, the motors, the wheels. I was in absolute awe when I got my hands on the ACEDECK X1 for the first time and was able to see it with my own eyes. So now that that part's out of the way, let's get into the actual components used on this board, starting with the deck. The Ares X1 uses a unibody carbon fiber deck with all of the electronics housed in the inside. It's 40.5 inches long and 10.5 inches wide, making for an extremely comfortable and wide stance. The top of the deck features a cover which can be removed to service and access all of the internal electronics. However, it is not recommended to remove this unless you absolutely need to due to waterproofing issues. The carbon fiber on the bottom of the X1 deck also has a unique, nice looking pattern. The one shown here is the football pattern, but they also offer another option called Forged, which also looks super nice. Being a carbon fiber decked electric skateboard, it also has a super slim profile compared to a bamboo deck with an enclosure. As far as the shape of the deck goes, there are extra wide pockets for your feet to sit on, and the nose and tail are both squared off, giving the board a distinct look. The grip tape on the ACEDECK is also super good looking. It's die cut and it has a custom ACEDECK logo in the middle. There's also some cool weaved patterns on the side which add to the aesthetic of the deck. Overall, I think they've absolutely nailed the look of this carbon fiber deck. It's beautiful and super well and professionally made. One of the highlights of the ACEDECK electric skateboard for me are the custom CNC TKP trucks. At 281mm or 11 inches wide, these trucks are extra wide and designed to be stable when riding your high-performance electric skateboard at high speeds. The trucks also come with a 10mm axle, which has been upgraded for added strength, enabling you to push this board to its limits. These custom precision CNC TKP trucks make this board more stable, precise, and overall a super premium product when compared with a lot of the other 2-in-1 electric skateboards out there today, which use your standard off-the-shelf DKP truck. Just looking at this board and seeing the precision of these trucks, you can tell that it's a whole other level of quality compared to a lot of other brands out there. The Aris X1 comes stock with these 8-inch pneumatic tires. That means that they're air-filled for added comfort while riding. The wheels also feature a custom CNC'd metal hub, which also feels super nice and high quality. The wheels are 200mm by 50mm and feel absolutely enormous, even compared to a standard 7-inch or 6-inch pneumatic tire. The wheels come with more of a smooth hybrid tire tread, indicating to me that while they can be used for off-roading, they're more intended for street use. The entire drivetrain of the board is also extremely well built. The wheel pulleys, the motor mounts, and the belt covers are also all precision CNC'd for fine tolerances and extremely high quality product. The front and rear drivetrains are very similar, but the one thing that differentiates the two is that the front comes stock with these bash guards on the motors, whereas the rear does not have these bash guards already installed. They are separately inside the box if you want to add them, but that's the way that I've been able to differentiate the two. The 4-wheel drive version of this board features 4 massive 6384 motors, each with a maximum power output of 3,500 watts for a total combined power of 14,000 watts on this electric skateboard. That is an absolutely ludicrous amount of power to have on an electric skateboard and is completely unnecessary, but it's still so cool to see a 4-wheel drive like this. The motor connectors on the board are also super sleek and custom designed and machined from metal. Just like every other component on this board, they feel super high quality, and I love this feature about this board because it keeps the cable super nice and tidy through one singular plug. The AceDeck comes with what they call an exclusively designed FOC ESC, and on the 4-wheel drive version there's one on the front and one on the back. They have these beautifully CNC'd heat sinks on them to keep them running nice and cool when you're pushing the board to its limits, and there's a power switch on each one to turn the board on, which is kind of a hassle because you have to turn each side on manually in order to get the board up and running. I was a little bit surprised to not see a VESC-based ESC in such a high-quality, high-performance electric skateboard, but they promise that this ESC can output up to 50 amps, or the whole board can output 100 amps on the 4-wheel drive version. The battery on the AceDeck is one of the biggest that I've seen on a pre-built electric skateboard. It's a 14S 4P battery made from premium monocell P42A cells, so this is a seriously high-quality battery. It's 870 watt-hours, meaning you'll get a ton of range out of this board, which is absolutely going to be needed with these 4 massive motors running 8-inch pneumatic tires. Despite having such a large battery, they've managed to keep the profile of this board super sleek, which I've been really impressed with. The charge port on the board is discreetly hidden on the top of the truck. This is an interesting charging location that I've seen on some other premium builds, and I'll be excited to see how it actually works out. Along with the actual electric skateboard, AceDeck sent us over their accessory kit. The first 3 of you guys who use the discount code at the end of this video will receive this accessory kit for free with your order, so make sure to stay tuned for that discount code. We're just going to go over a quick unboxing of what's included in this accessories kit, and there's a whole variety of things in here. The first accessory is a street wheel option for the X1 electric skateboard. These are 115mm Kegel cord rubber wheels. I've never had the chance to try these, but they've seemed to be pretty popular lately. They've also included 2 spare tires. These are the 8-inch tires which are already stock on the board. And then they have 300mm belts, which are those that are going to work with the street wheels included in this accessory kit. There's also a spare bag of bolts to fix anything that comes loose on your board. They also have a second set of bash guards. These can be installed on the rear of your board since they already come stock on the front. There's an extra set of grip tape for the top of your deck when it wears out. They're the actual rods that fit into the bash guard skid plates. And then there's the wheel pulleys which work on these Kegel wheels. That's it for this unboxing and first look at the Aris X1 electric skateboard 4-wheel drive version and accessories kit. Use the discount code DIY eSkateBuilders for $40 off your order, and the first 3 of you guys who use that discount code will get the $400 value accessory kit for free. If you guys have any questions about this electric skateboard, let us know in the comment section below and we will make sure to get back to you. We will also of course leave a link to this board in the description below. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for lots of other DIY electric skateboard reviews and electric skateboard content. We have the full review for this board coming out in a matter of weeks, so make sure to stay tuned for that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.